Hello.
Hello, indeed.
Who are you?
My name is Connor. I'm the, I guess, currently sole developer of SideQuest. Didn't used to be the case, but it's a lonely time now. And we're here to talk about some of the things that we've been working on, or I've been working on, I guess.
Mhm.
The pejorative we, or not pejorative. That's the royal we. That's the word.
Okay. And I'm Peipemon.
That's not a real name.
That is a real name.
It's not a real name.
And I'm the interviewer of this developer's vlog. And my first question for Connor is, can you give a very brief, high-level introduction of SideQuest Remastered, the game?
Yes, maybe. So SideQuest Remastered is a kind of reworked and re-envisioned version of the original, I want to say 2012 release on Congregate as a Unity-based browser game. Effectively, what we've done is we've gone through and modified a bunch of things to make it work on Steam and work as a fully single-player game with what do they call it? Direct connection player support. So it doesn't have to run on a server. You can connect to your friend's server directly through like the Steam Friends tags, and you can play with them without the need of a centralized server. On top of that, we're adding in a bunch of just kind of brushing up the game to bring it to standards with 2023 gaming industry standards.
Very cool, very cool. So the game is still currently in development. What is in terms of progress bar, which stage is the game at in development?
Yeah, well, it's a little bit tricky because technically the game was finished at one point, right? We did release it. It was mostly finished at one point, and now, like, because we're messing with stuff, like a number of things broke when we updated a number of the systems. And again, I'm using the Royal We here. Don't worry about it. And so there's a lot of things to fix, and then there's a lot of new just modifications that need to be made. So currently we're getting close to finished with the first chapter, or like redoing the first chapter. So that means mostly just punching up the quests a little bit to make them more interesting. And then once that's released, we're going to try to kind of have a public-facing release where we let people play the game. Effectively, the first chapter will end up being a demo, I think. Just a publicly available demo that people can play, and then you can decide whether or not you want to spend your hard-earned cash to unlock the next two chapters.
Very cool. I'm very excited for that to happen. So in the past month, what were your main things when you were working on SideQuest?
Yeah, so I mean, most of it was just working on those quests. In particular, the first quest I struggled with for a really long time because I wanted to make it like really cool and interesting. But what I realized is that I added in too much complexity, and it was just overwhelming for new users because you get into the game, you're not used to it, you've got your own character skills, and you're trying to learn your basic rotation and everything, and then they throw a bunch of other mechanics at you, and it was just kind of too much. So I ended up having to tone all that down. I might reintroduce some of that in kind of the rehashed versions of the quest later on, but yeah, so that took a while, and then recently I've been working on basically trying to get multiplayer up and running because that would be a very useful feature to have for the demo. So I should say that the game is fundamentally multiplayer. Even when you're playing single player, you have a server and a client hosted on the same machine, which is a little bit weird, but it's fine. It was originally developed to be entirely server-based, right? So you would connect to a main server and then play with multiple people, basically as a MMORPG. And so that basic infrastructure is still in place. What that means then is that you can actually host a server locally, and then your friends can connect via Steam or whatever, and you can all play on the same world. So it actually works out pretty well. And there's a number of subtleties that go into kind of switching to this new peer-to-peer based multiplayer system. And then one thing that I wanted to do was make it just even easier for people to play together. And so what that entails is getting level scaling and making sure that player power is swished down to match the overall party. So in particular, what I'm planning on doing, this isn't implemented yet, is making it so that when you join someone else's party, your level is basically just matched to the lowest person in the party. So if there's a level 30 playing with level 5, everybody's level 5. And of course, there's a number of challenges that come with that. The main one is, well, what do you do with this level player 30's gear that's all super powerful? And the answer that I'm looking at is basically doing something kind of like in World of Warcraft with the heirloom system, where the items are basically, their base level drops to your current level. So your level will scale with your character level.
That's great. We love playing with friends, and we love playing with the friends at a similar difficulty.
Yeah, it's not fun when you're playing with your friend and they just one-shot everything and you're just following. It's that Diablo meme with the guy like running through just like one-shotting everything and the other person just running behind picking up loot. we don't want that. We want everyone to feel included.
Maybe I want a little bit of that.
All right, well, go play Diablo then. I hear there's a new one out.
Cool. That sounds all very, very exciting. So looking at the month of June, what are some items on your priority list?
Yeah, so again, the multiplayer stuff, kind of in line with the multiplayer stuff, I'm trying to redo the character swap system. So there's 5 total playable characters in the game. And right now, as you level up your user, basically. So all 5 characters level up together, which is a little bit, which I think works okay. But the issue is that when you switch a character, you start at level, you could theoretically start at level 30 with access to your entire character's build. So all skills, all skill augmentations, etc., which I think could be kind of overwhelming for people. So ideally, what I would like is to make it so that when you switch characters, your character goes back to level 1 if you've never played it before, right? Not your current character, but the character that you switch to starts at level 1, I guess I should say. And then you have access to just a couple skills, and then you're able to, as you level up your character, you get new skills, and you're introduced to your character over time. Obviously, so this is where it ties back into what I was talking about before with the gear scaling. The gear that you currently have equipped will be based off of your current your user level, so the maximum level character, which means that your level 1 character can still be equipping level 30 gear. It's just that gear will then get scaled down, similarly to how it would be in a party. So what that means is that you will still have access to your super powerful, awesome gear with like the cool enchants and everything. And the effect of that is that you'll end up leveling quite a bit faster than you would on your original character. So hopefully it doesn't feel like super tedious to level up a new character. It's more of just kind of a relatively fast little side mission to kind of learn what the heck you're doing.
Yeah, cool. That sounds useful. I don't want overwhelmed with just a ton of new stuff all at the same time. All right, so that's a wrap for this month developers update, and then we'll see you next month. Bye-bye.
Bye.